And this interesting note as we move to talk to the National Football League, the Buccaneers have signed on guard Shaq Mason. His real name, Shaquille Olajuwon Mason, named after the two former NBA stars. He's now teammates with Shaq Barrett, whose real name is Shaquille Akeem Barrett, named after the same two.
Well, that's weird.
NBA players.
How about that? Armando Salguero. Did you know that, Armando? Did Dunaway just give you some news there?
No, I thought they were Shaquille Kobe Mason or something like that.
Armando Salguero is with Outkick, covers the NFL for them, at Armando Salguero on Twitter. I think a lot of people were, look, I'm a Dolphins fan, Armando. I was stunned by this yesterday, and more stunned by the fact that it got to the point that it did in Kansas City with Tyreek Hill, who is one of the top receivers in the game. I mean, I know money's not unlimited. It's just hard to believe it ever got to this point.
Yeah, it's not unlimited. And what happens is typically when free agency comes around and other players are getting paid and you've got a player on your roster that is 1 year out because Tyreek Hill was still under contract for 2022, he's looking at those new contracts and going, why not me? And the problem for the Kansas City Chiefs is, why not you, is because we have to pay Patrick Mahomes. And the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, two teams that were interested in Tyreek Hill, they don't have a huge contract on their quarterback because both of them are on their rookie contract. And so either one of them would have been able to fit a player and a contract for Tyreek Hill under their cap. So that's the thing that the Chiefs are looking at. They believe in their front office. They think that they're going to be able to replace Tyreek Hill. They got 5 draft picks as a result of the trade, including a number 1, a number 2, and a number 3. So God bless them, but the Miami Dolphins got better yesterday.
Two-part question here. First, are the Rams getting Bobby Wagner? And the second part of that, has Les Snead forever changed the NFL? Because over a year ago, people thought the Rams and Les Snead were absolutely crazy giving up all these picks. Now you've seen Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson. Other organizations are now doing it.
Yeah, it's not just Les Snead. It's Les Snead and Jason Light. The formula now is if there is a veteran, accomplished quarterback who might be available, come on down because we're going to win Super Bowls wherever you might want to come. And that's, here you go with the Indianapolis Colts. They went out and traded for Matt Ryan. Obviously, you know, the Cleveland Browns, they're looking at Deshaun Watson and thinking, now we've got a complete team. The formula that Les Snead and Jason Light in Tampa Bay put together is bring in a quarterback. If you've got the quarterback, you've got a significant, major part of the whole formula, and you're probably going to be a pretty good team.
You write today at Outkick about how a number of teams have made themselves not playoff contenders, Super Bowl contenders with the moves they made in the free agency. Do you really believe the Colts and Browns and now the Miami Dolphins are legit Super Bowl contenders?
Well, they're all in. The moves that they made are Super Bowl or bust type moves. You don't go out and spend, for example, like the Miami Dolphins, you don't go out and spend $267 million in free agency, not counting your own guys, and then tell your fan base and tell your owner who put the money on the table, yeah, we'd like to improve a game or two in the standings. That's not how that's played internally. Internally, it's we're going to go for it. The Indianapolis Colts didn't make the playoffs last year, but they're not adding Matt Ryan to just try to, you know, catch up to Tennessee. They're trying to do damage. They're trying to do things. So while the pundits and the media and all of us are going, yeah, they don't really contend. Internally, these guys, they have a different view of the world.
Where do you rank Tua Tagovailoa as a quarterback? Let's just say in the AFC. Is he middle of the pack? Is he top half, bottom half? Is he at the bottom? Where do you rank him?
Yeah, I did that the day before. He's at the bottom. Definitely at the bottom.
He's the worst quarterback in the AFC?
In front of Zach Wilson. I mean, who's worse than that? And obviously he has a chance to improve, right? Because in his third year, he's got a new offensive-minded coach whose reputation is that he's a genius, and he'll tell you as much. And they're obviously putting a lot of resources around him, including a new left tackle, new left guard, 2 new wide receivers, a new running back, another new running back, a new fullback, and they still haven't even drafted. So they're thinking that he's going to upgrade, but based on what he's done, Zach Wilson's the only one that's worse.
It's true. All right, but Trubisky is going to start for the Steelers, right? So he at least moved up a spot there.
And Davis Mills for Houston.
I mean,
Davis Mills
who
for
the hell's
Houston,
the quarterback at Houston?
Yeah, so he's at least moving up.
I think that Trubisky's better than Tua, or at least he was in Chicago. Everybody remembers Trubisky as the guy with the sketchy accuracy and his last year there that went sideways. He won a lot of. That guy was in the playoffs. So I don't know. Tua's never been in the playoffs.
I'm aware.
Okay, I've got 6 teams that would upgrade if Baker Mayfield went to those organizations. Where does Baker end up?
I'm not a big Baker fan.
I'm not either, but I'm just there are 6 teams that have quarterback issues.
Right. And here's the question. Does Baker Mayfield fix your quarterback issue? I mean, Baker has now, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up as a backup somewhere. Kind of like what Trubisky did last year. And sometimes that rehabilitates a reputation more than going out with a team that needs a quarterback and isn't that good. And you're going to be under fire again, and you're going to be running for your life again, and it's just going to be more of the same. Obviously, Carolina can use a quarterback. Seattle can use a quarterback. Is Baker Mayfield that much better than Sam Darnold? Is he any better than Sam Darnold? I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, go follow Armando on Twitter at Armando Salguero. Read him at Outkick. He does a tremendous job covering the NFL all across Outkick and all their platforms. Armando, thank you so much for the time. Always great talking with you.
It's my pleasure, gentlemen.
All right, take care. Armando with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. And he's down on my quarterback.